this video, I'll show you all of the options in the settings icon. The first one is show others. This shows you the total for the other lines that you didn't focus on for a specific dimension. For example, if we focus on one sales rep and then select show others, it'll show you all of the other sales reps totals next to that one sales rep, plus the total for all of it together. Some of our customers like to use this when analyzing the product class dimension. So you can select one specific class, hit focus, and then show others. So the next one down doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you click on show sum and you already have the total, it's the exact same number. So when this does make sense is when you're using custom mode. So if I wanted to go to custom mode to see maybe an average sales year-to-date this year versus average sales year-to-date last year, then it would make sense. So if we were to put both of these in, average sales year-to-date, and then change the time period to year-to-date, and then the bottom one, year-to-date again, but this time you're going to click on previous, hit apply, and then the calculated total, you could change that to be average. So you don't have to do any calculating, it does it for you. And then if you hit apply, you have those averages there, but no total. So this would be a good time to add show sum. The next one down is show average. And this is kind of what I just did in custom mode, but it's one click, easy way to show the average along with the total. Or you can choose hide total, which is the next one down, and only have the average. So one thing I do want to mention is that if you want to turn this into a summary chart, I'll show you what it looks like. There's just a bunch of zeros, no matter what you click on. So if you want to show the average as a summary chart, just go back to the grid and uncheck show average and uncheck hide total. Then when you go to the summary, you can just select average from the dropdown. The next one down is show net zero. When filtering by sales only, it includes any rows where there are balancing transactions in the period. So for example, invoices and credits that equal 0. So once you check the show net zero box, then all of the zeros will appear in green. The next one down is hide status. So once you start filtering and focusing in and drilling into your data, you'll have the breadcrumb trail at the top is what we normally call it. It's also called the status bar. So if we select a bunch of customers and sales reps and products, you'll notice that that status bar or breadcrumb trail starts to show little filters. So if you hide status, it just hides those. The next one down is hide dimensions. And this one's nice if you have an iPad that you're using Focus from and you want more screen space. Next on the list is Monochrome Exports, which will remove colors from exported and printed items. Next on the list is Matrix Captions, which will only show up when you're using Matrix mode. So we'll go in and do a few Matrix options here. I'll select a few lines, hit Matrix, and then now we have the option for Matrix Captions, which will allow you to see both the code and the first property or one or the other. The final settings option is probably one of the most important when using variance or period variance. Variance and period variance allow you to compare current, previous, and then it'll show you the difference as a number and as a percentage. The issue is when you are on something like current month, for us, we're looking at February of last year, February of this year, Focus is going to pull in all of the data of February 2022, which messes up the variance. So you have this option to click month to date. And what that'll do is it'll pull in up until the matching day of today for last year. So it looks like our variance is a lot better since we're only looking at up until yesterday last year. And you'll notice if you're in a different mode, like period mode, you won't be able to see month to date. So you do have to be in variance or period variance. If you still don't see that option after you've done variance mode, it's probably a setting in your profile. So you'll need to just ask your admin to make sure you have month to date checked.